I got a feeling like.
Yeah, just connect them to your settings. They don't just automatically connect.
Yeah, just forget it.
That this week's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be a good week. Brenda, you should be feeling better than me. Who remembers this song?
What did you have this morning?
Now I'm feeling so. Oh my gosh, I remember that song. That's like, whoo, that was one of those. Honestly, I haven't had anything, not even water, not even a bite to eat, nothing. Good morning. How are you? You're going to be getting your cardio in. I can't hear you. You're on mute.
I said, yes, I am, because I am here.
Yes, I see the Disney Toy Story ball.
Yes. So I'm making the kids wait here while we finish this up, because it's probably really loud over there. So.
Well, that's awesome. They should be lucky to have you.
You know that.
I know these kids. I take them on their day off somewhere. You know?
Yeah, they could be at home cleaning their closets.
That's what I said.
Yeah. That's what I did on my days off. My mom
organizing their life.
Yep. Exactly.
We are here for today.
That's
I should
awesome.
put my sunglasses out.
Oh, I know. I hate that. I have so many about it. I never carry them. It's awful. So, well, you know what? We'll make it definitely short and sweet. We just want to just kind of, motivate the agents for the week. It's the first of the month. 60 days, more or less left in, 2021. And if now's not the time, I don't know when is. So it's time to definitely kick it up in high gear. Don't sit back and get lazy. Stick to your schedule, work, and the days are going to get harder because it's going to get colder. So you just want to stay in bed, and I get it. I'm there right with you. But if you plan your days right, you can have more of those days. So it's just being reactive. Not being reactive, being proactive and not reactive. So that's super important. So just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what you're seeing out there, Brenda. I know you're busy. I know you were showing properties over the weekend. How are you seeing the market from, the areas and the buyers and sellers you're working with?
So this weekend I did work all weekend. Saturday I took one buyer out to multiple cities, and it's funny because we went to one house in Fontana. The open house started at 11, and we got there at 11:03 or something like that. And there was over 20 families in line waiting to get into this house. And my buyer's like, "What is happening? What is this line for?" And I said, "It's for this house." And she was so surprised at how many families were there to view that home. And that home specifically, somebody passed away in it, and she thought that was gonna, divert a lot of the buyers from wanting to see it. And I told her, that's not the case in a lot of homes.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just don't care, or it doesn't bother them, and it's not always the same scenario for everybody. So yeah, it's still very busy out there. The competition is still on. I did go to another condo or a townhouse in Chino, which was a really, really nice one. And the agent there said they had more than 6 offers on day one, and they still had 2 more days of the open house. So yeah, it's just really busy out there still. So there are definitely no excuses for no business.
Oh, you know what? I agree with you. There's still a lot of buyers out there, like you said. A couple of the agents did open houses over the weekend, and the feedback that I got was the same. Like it's super busy. There's a lot of people even look just starting their search because they want to see kind of they thought it would slow down during this time so they would have a better
Chance.
opportunity,
Yeah.
but it's not happening. It's just there's still so much competition out there. So, if you have someone who's on the fence, wanting to sell, wanting to know, I know I have a couple people who it just wasn't the right time for them, but now they're finally ready to, they're ready to do it, but they're like, how's the market? Or do we miss out? What's
Mhm.
happening? But it still seems like it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So this is Katie. Hi, Katie. Good
Good morning,
morning.
Katie.
And then buenos dias. I'm gonna guess that it's Josie, but I'm not
Josie.
100% sure. So good morning to you guys. Uh, but
One thing I do want to touch on is that a few of the buyers, I got 3 new buyers last week, and all 3 of them had been working with the previous agent before me, and they weren't happy. So I think, as agents, don't take your buyers for granted, because they're going to find somebody that is going to do the work for them, and it's going to give them the satisfaction of giving them the time and day and giving them the education they need on the buying side. I personally prefer to work with buyers more. I feel a little bit more of a satisfaction at the end of the transaction when I work with a buyer. I don't know if it's because of the joy that they get of being first time buyers or getting into what they really want versus a seller. But I'll do both. But preferably, I would like to do buyers. And yeah, I think that if you're not doing your job, somebody else will gladly do it for you. So
absolutely. And that's true. Like you're saying, I got a call this weekend from a buyer who was calling off a property. It wasn't my property. And he asked me if it was available. I looked it up and I said, yeah, it is available. And he told me, he says, are you the listing agent on this property? And I said, no, I'm not. I'm not the listing agent, but we can definitely help you, to preview it if you want to. And I said, are you working with an agent? He goes, no. And I said, okay, no problem. And then, but he goes, but my son's mother-in-law is an agent. I said, okay, so are you going to use her? And he says, no, I don't have intentions of using her, but I didn't know if I had to go get an agent, in order to, to see this property. So a lot of times consumers really don't know. They don't understand the process, especially first time buyers. If they get an agent and the agent is like, oh yeah, go look at homes and then just let me know what you like. So they don't know any better. They're thinking that's the way it is. That's why I tell the agents too, even if they say they're working with someone, obviously if they're calling you, then that agent's not doing what they need to be doing. So at
right.
that point, it's like, show them the difference, show them how you hustle harder, or you're going to be out there, your systems are different, what it is that you're going to do to stand out. And they're going to, this is a big decision for them. They're going to be the deciding factor if it's something that they should move forward with, or stay with someone who's not doing anything for them. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just don't be afraid. Don't, once they say yes, I'm working with someone, but they're asking you questions, don't be afraid to try to find out what it is that's lacking or what's missing, because
Yes.
obviously there's something not there.
and
um,
and not everybody does the same type of work. We're all agents, but we all work differently. The clients I took out this weekend, I scheduled their showings, and some of them were open houses. So I scheduled their showings, and I said, okay, this is the first house, I have you scheduled at this time. And then she said, okay, great, I'll let you know how it goes. And I'm like, what do you mean you're gonna let me? I'm gonna be there, like, I'm gonna go with you. She's like, oh, you are? She's like, the other agent just sent us. And I'm like, no, we don't work that way. I'm going to be there. So that to me was like, what in the world? Like, you
yeah.
just send your client? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Something not
Yeah,
right.
right. No, exactly. We have to go out there and earn our money and not be lazy about it. There are going to be times where there is conflicting things. It happens. So in that case, it's like, you know what? Okay, it's going to happen, but don't be too hard on yourself. But like you're saying, if you have the ability and the opportunity, the effort you put into it is what you're going to get back. So you have to put effort into, whatever it is that you're doing. and I can't stress that enough, especially on showings. It's really hard to schedule showings. Some are like, okay, go be at 11, some are go at 4, some are between this time, so you're having to juggle all of that,
Yeah.
for your clients, and it's not always easy. So that's the part where I wish agents would be a little bit, understanding that it's not that easy to schedule, your day when everything's all over the place. So I think
I
all that's
and
important.
this weekend, speaking of that, I went to show a property. They were the listing agent, and I scheduled it, and I said they must have an appointment, blah, blah, blah. The picture showed it as somebody lived there. So I said, okay, maybe somebody lives there, so we'll respect their time. I worked my schedule around going back and forth to different locations because I wanted to make sure that it fit within that schedule. And I had mentioned it to my client, like, this is the one you absolutely must see, right? Because this is a scheduled appointment. And she said, yeah. I'm like, okay. So we get there, the house is staged, nobody lives there. And this agent was adamant about our time slot. I'm like, as an agent, if I'm telling you I have multiple showings and I'm on the other side of the city, like, why don't you just say, hey, this is your time slot? If there's somebody there in between you, the house is staged.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, or wait till they're done. Like, really? I was so irritated after that. I was like, what is wrong with people? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I have a little bit more courtesy than that to tell another agent that, because it's hard to try to schedule 10 houses in 3 different cities, with one appointment in the middle of it that's set on a 15-minute time slot. So
Yeah. No, it is really hard, but so I know that's a challenge, for sure. Another challenge out there, what I'm seeing is, listing agents primarily, not being honest, or not responding, not getting back to you. It's important for us, especially as Remax, champions, to definitely, stand out as professionals, to definitely, make sure that you're doing, everything that you can to respond in a timely manner. So that way that reputation doesn't come of us. It's right now our reputations are everything to get us these offers accepted, because a lot of these agents are, I've heard where they're like, oh, is so and so in your office because of this, that, or the other, and it's like, oh man, don't hold that against me. We're completely different people, but it's important, if you need help, then, get help. But being responsive and professional is so important, in our business, for sure. So anyhow, agents, like we said, there's 60 days left. Don't be afraid to pick up that phone right now. People are home. People are starting to be home more and more, door knocking, talking to, just having conversations with people. What are your goals for 2022? Are you thinking about, upsizing, downsizing? What's going on? Again, you don't know. Maybe they don't want to sell, they don't want to buy, they're fine where they're at, but they might know someone. They might have someone in their family who is struggling, or who is, who passed away or anything. So it's not just that person you're aiming for, it's that person and who that person knows. So don't always look at it like, oh, they just moved there, they're not going to be doing anything soon. Don't look at it from that perspective. So but anyhow, okay, well, that sounds great, Brenda. We're going to go ahead and jump into your quote so we can move right along. So her quote is, I was born with something inside me that refuses to settle for average. I don't know what it is, but I'm grateful I have it. So what made you pick that, Brenda?
So I picked this quote because I get a lot of people that tell me, like, how do you have so much energy, or what, why do you like to help people? Or, prior to real estate, I did I worked in the medical field for 10 years. So I feel that each one of us was designated to do something on this earth, and whether it's helping somebody or accomplishing something in your life that makes you happy or makes you a better person, or along the way you're servicing somebody else and in a manner that maybe they would never receive or be able to get knowledge on. I think that it's a gift, you know, and I feel very blessed to be able to do that, you know. And I think that sometimes we lose sight of the things that make us who we are. And I think a little bit of a reminder to that is, you know, be grateful for who you are and stay true to that, you know. So I think that resonates a little bit more with me. So that's why I chose that.
Okay, that's awesome, and I agree. I agree with you 100%. I feel the same way.
And then I also chose this one. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are asking what is in it for them, or for me, you know. So to me, I feel like this also is true. You know, you surround yourself with the energy that you want to, you know, to portray back into your life and into your circle of professionalism. And I think this goes hand in hand. You know, you have some people that will be in it just because there's something in it for them, and there's some people that will, you know, be in your life or in your circle for the you know, the gratitude of helping another person, you know, whether it's growth or you know, in life. So
Yes, true, agreed, 100%. Okay, so we'll go into your video.
okay.
She looks like she's having fun. It's nice.
Let me show you this. We all live inside a bubble, right? This is our world. We go to church here. We work over here. We go get our coffee over here. We go to this park over here. We usually go over here to, you know, hang out with friends. This is our favorite club. This is our world. This is our favorite spot on the beach. We all live in this bubble. What you got to do to get the life that God wants you to have, you got to put more air in your bubble. You got to blow your bubble up. Expand yourself. Take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. Start putting some pressure on. Put some pressure on yourself. Get out here and get about it. Look, I'd love to sugarcoat this thing for you. I'd love to tell you, look, you can go out here and get rich, do a couple of things. That ain't happening. You got to get real doggish. You got to get downright funky if you want to make it. Now, like I was telling you before, if you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary is cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're going to have to do extra. You put extra on top of on ordinary, and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. I'm sorry, but here's the fact. All of you have extraordinary capabilities, all of you. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day.
Hungry.
You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life, and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep in the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night. He who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night. I'm gonna ask you one question, I'm gonna go. How many of you in here know somebody who loves to sleep? Who knows somebody that loves to sleep? Let me ask you something. AJ Poe?
Wow, that was awesome.
So I like his motivation speeches because they're short and sweet and they're to the point for the most part. And it's true. I personally don't like sleeping, not because of this video, but I just feel like I'm losing out, whether it's doing something, and I've been like that since I was little. My mom used to tell me I would fight you to take a nap, and maybe that's why God gifted me with so much energy. I don't know, but it's true. So I know a lot of people that can sleep 12 hours, 14 hours, 10 hours. I'm like, that's like
Much.
half your day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you get done, and I think that the more productive you are, we all have 24 hours in the day, and we can make our 24 hours count, or we can make them be lost. So
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I'm right there with you. I'm not a huge big sleeper. But I mean we definitely do need sleep though. We do need it good sleep. So that way we're ready to go the next day. But yeah, I'm not one to get home and nap. I tell myself when I'm tired, I'm gonna go home and take a nap. I'm gonna go home and take a nap. Yeah, right. It never happens. I just tell myself that so I feel better about it and I have something to look forward to, but it does not happen. So thank you so much, Brenda, for joining us. Have an amazing day at Disneyland. I wish we were there with you.
I need a michelada, buddy.
I know. But you
you
guys
take care of here.
yeah, but you guys have a good time. Have a good time and enjoy, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. You guys be nice to your mama. She's good to you.
All right.
Okay, bye guys. Have a great week.
Bye.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.